Welcome to Game 2, everyone. Game 2 in the series Nerchio versus Monchi. Nerchio losing Game 1 on Shakura's Plateau. I'm still waiting to find a replay that actually has the latest updates in terms of overlords and the range on those queens. If I don't find anything, I will have to cast some games and do a little bit more of a replay analysis from MSI Battlegrounds. If you guys didn't catch some of those games, oh wow. There was a game between Womp Beats versus Quantic Flow. Just a very. Actually, I'm not going to give you too many details just in case I do cast it. Those were just very entertaining games. And I was just on the edge of my seat the entire time going, wow, wow. Alright, but this is not the game that I've been talking about. Let's go ahead and move on into game 2 here. Nerchio is just spawning here as the red Zerg on the top left-hand side of the map. Monchi spawning as the green Protoss on the bottom right-hand side of the map. So, Protoss versus Zerg once more. Game 2 underway. Nerchio down 0-1. Now, I am trying to conserve my voice just a little bit. I was casting a lot over the weekend, and if I sound like I'm on a classical musical station or classic music station, I think that's all right. Alright, let's go ahead and enjoy this game together. Okay, I can't. I'm gonna laugh too much. Let's go ahead and enjoy this game together as drones are now scouting out. Overlords are gonna get into position. The new overlords do move 20% faster. It just feels so fast if you actually do see the units. And oh, a probe and a drone gonna scout each other out at about the same time. And the drone does see the probe. So the drone's like, you know what? I know you're scouting here, so there's no reason for me to continue in your trail. And Monchi, on the other hand, going to come back around, perhaps gain sight of the hatchery in just a moment, as the drone, who scouted out a little bit later, will actually be a little bit faster. Monchi does have a proxy pylon here, but interestingly enough, he also has a gateway and a cybernetics core. What this looks like to Nerchio is it looks like a fast expansion. So all Nerchio's doing is like, okay, I want to block the Nexus, I want to block the Nexus. Wait, something's wrong. Wait, no, I want to block the Nexus, I want to block the Nexus. And Monchi is actually in the head of his opponent here. And once Nerchio spots that Zealot, he's gonna be like, oh, you're not going for a Forge fast expansion. Zealot now making its way out. Did Nerchio perhaps spot both gas? Yes, I'm assuming he did, as that drone now makes its way down. And this front door here looks rather interesting. This drone will be escaping away again. What did Monchi see? Monchi did see where his opponent is, knows that this expansion will be going down, but knows that it was after the spawning pool, as we now see Nerchio being a little bit more aggressive. Getting that early extractor, he's going to be a bit more aggressive. He's going to get that metabolic speed on those Zerglings in order to gain a little bit more map control, and that should work out well for him. Zerglings attempting to take down these destructible rocks. Oh, these Zerglings only dealing 2 damage, maybe 3 damage a second. There is now 6 of them, so 18 damage a second on average. Right, we can probably say come back in about a minute and a half, and it should be done. Stalker now looking to come in. Oh, the Queen and the Stalker now engaging against each other. You remember this Queen does not have the extra long attack, but the Zerglings are going to come in from behind. The Stalker has nowhere. Oh, Nerchio with a little bit of miss micro. Are the Zerglings? Oh, another juke by Monchi. But the Zerglings, without metabolic boost, letting that one Stalker get away. That was huge. Nerchio is currently sitting with one Queen off over here. Remember, the range is range 3, not range 5. We are going into a Forge and a Gateway as well on the front door, so it looks like a Forge fast expansion, except for there's already a Gateway and a Cybernetics core. I tricked you. Nope. Alright, so Monchi was trying to say, you know what, I tricked you into thinking that I was going for a fast expansion. Nerchio was like, you know what, no, you really didn't. Let's see if what's going to go down here. What's going to be the strategy happening here? 32 drones versus 28 probes. Nexus is coming in, unless you forgate now. All right, so Nerchio is saying, like, you know what? Unless you forgate me right now, I pretty much know what you're going for. Level 1 weapons upgrade. No Stargate as of yet, so it could be It could just be your standard, what, 2 gate in Robo, or perhaps 3 gate Robo. We are going into the Nexus here. Warp Gate is coming up soon. Level 1 weapons upgrade. And now coming in as well, as Monchi has a whole bunch of sentries. Surprisingly, the amount of this is a very large number of sentries, and any sort of gateway push against early Zergling Roach is very effective with force fields. Force fields have a, or sorry, excuse me, force fields have a diameter of about 2.9, and one thing to note is that the roaches have an attack of 4, so it is going to be severely limited, as we are now also going into hallucination and a Twilight Council. All right, this is rather interesting. We are going into that Twilight Council. We are going into 4-gas play, as we already have the hatchery off over here. It will be completed in about 30 seconds time. Drones transferred over, as Nerchio opting to go for 3 spine crawlers on the front door. Just in case it was a delayed 4-gate, he would be ready for it. Extractor now already up, so both players running off of 4 gas. A little bit slower by Nerchio, but Nerchio is already at tier 2 with those Mutalisks, and Mutalisks are so good, so good at containing a Protoss player in their own base. However, the Spire does take a little bit of time to build. We could perhaps get 1 to 2 photon cannons here. Zerglings still running out across the map, as we are going into a Phoenix. So an early Phoenix now making its way out. And the problem with a Phoenix hallucination is that the Phoenix, even though it does scout out and it moves very quickly, the problem with the Phoenix is that if it flies by an Overlord, it instantaneously reveals that it's a hallucination. The Overlord didn't take any damage, and that Phoenix pretty much just going to simply fly around the map. It is going to take a little bit of damage here, and yep, the Queens pretty much know, okay, I just been scouted. I don't have to worry about air. And all Monchi was really concerned was, hey, I spent energy in order to scout you, and the scouting was actually more of a map reveal than say a scanner sweep coming in from a Terran player. Pylon is established back over here. The photon cannon. Oh, the gateway may take a lot of damage here, but there is 1 photon cannon. Units are making their way out. Stalkers are going to be in a bit of trouble. 1 sentry. There's the force fields, capturing a lot of those units. They're trading energy for units. Always nice when a sentry is able to do exactly that, as those Zerglings now simply march all the way home. Monchi, though, doesn't have any real follow-up play, though. He does have Blink Stalkers. How effective can this be? He does not have any way to reveal, and Nerchio with such strong creep spread, looking really good. Stalkers now trying to engage here. The Stalkers and the Zerglings still backing away. The Stalkers able to blink forward, and now Monchi tipped his hand and that he does have blink. Mutalisks should be popping out in just a moment. Yes, the Mutalisks are already in the air. They don't want to reveal themselves at all. Monchi now going to be laying down this pressure. He's already halfway across the field. A probe now heading over to the Zelnaga Tower. And where are we going next? Perhaps a flanking battle here. Here. Stalkers now need to be careful, and able to blink to the side. There's some force fields. Need to get some more force fields, and very well protected sentries. Stalkers are trying to engage. The Stalkers are blinking back. All of the Stalkers are going to go ahead and take down some of the Mutalisks here. 1 spine crawler is engaging. The Mutalisks going after all of these units. Monchi is coming out slightly ahead, as the Zerglings, what is this? So many spine crawlers on the front door. Will the Stalkers actually be able to make their way up here is the key question. And if they are able to, 1 Overlord accidentally flying onto low ground. Stalker able to walk back up here and then blink up onto the high ground. Here we go. Stalkers are going to blink up. And the Zerglings, this 1 sentry needs to back away. It does get taken down, though. And what is Monchi's follow-up plan here? He's going to be able to take down 1 of these units. Spine crawlers are now coming in. Zealots are down here as well. Stalkers just blinking back and forth. Now blinking away as the spine crawlers are rerouting themselves. There are simply too many spine crawlers, though. Taking a look at the bases, Monchi has a whole bunch of warp gates. And what is he going to do next? Nerchio still charging up this ramp, and now in comes the Mutalisks. Mutalisks engaging. The Zealots unable to do very much of anything, as it looks like spine crawlers will be falling down. Nerchio moving those spine crawlers in a bit of trouble, as Nerchio now down to 77 supply. Drones getting torn apart by Zealots, and now these spine crawlers will all simply fall as another blink forward cleans up the entire base here at the natural expansion. Nerchio down to 55 supply. Monchi at 108, and All right, and I guess it was a BM game earlier, as I have half of my normal skills right now. Nerchio says easy games for Monchi. So Monchi taking game 2 in this series here on Tal'Darim Altar. Stay tuned for game 3.